Hello and welcome to Module 6 of Entrepreneurship. In this module, we shall be looking at business registration and legal framework. That is the legal foundation of every business. The module content here includes starting up a business in Nigeria, that is the registration process under Corporate Affairs Commission. Now, tax registration, compliance and regulatory requirement. Opening corporate bank account and financial compliance. Now we will now look at trade and commercial law in Nigeria, USA, Canada, UK, Australia, and Europe. We will now look at the legal structure, contract, and intellectual property protection before we now draw our conclusion. Now let us begin with the introduction. Why the legal frameworks matter. It is a great business. The great business idea is not enough. Without proper registration and compliance, you risk your business in terms of fines and penalty, forced closure, loss of credibility, and inability to access loan and contract. The law set the rules for how business are formed, financed, managed, and protected. Having known that, let us look at setting up a business in Nigeria under Corporate Affairs Commission. That is your best business certificate. The Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC) is the government agency responsible for company registration under the Company and Allied Matter Act (CAMA) 2020. Why do you need to register your business? 1. It grants legal identity, that is, it separates the business from the owner. Number 2, it allows you to enter contract and open bank account. Number 3, it protects your business name. Since 2024, the process is fully digital via Company Registration Portal (CRP). Now let us look at step-by-step CAC registration. The 7 steps to legality. Number 1 is name search. Here you insert the name that you want to reserve for your business online. So ensure your name is unique. So once you got your name, it is exclusively reserved for you for 60 working days. So if you don't pay the necessary requirement within the 60 days, the name will be given to another person. The number 2 step is prepare the form. Complete the form based on the business type. Example, we have CAC from 1.1. So you can complete the form according to the type of business, either sole proprietorship, partnership, or corporate business. Number 3 step, you upload the required documents like your ID, your NIN, passport photograph, signature, memorandum of association, and articles of association for corporate enterprises. Number 4 step, you pay the necessary fee through via remitter, which varies by share capital. Then number 5 step is submission and verification. So here the CAC will review for compliance. They will now review all the documentation you have submitted. If they are not satisfied, number 6 step is they will issue you a certificate of incorporation. Here you receive your certificate of incorporation. Now we have number 7 step, which is post-registration step. After the issuance of certificate of incorporation, you now get your tax identification number, which will require you to file your annual tax to CAC on a yearly basis. So these are the steps to register a business in Nigeria under CAC. Now let us look at tax and regulatory compliance, the price of legitimacy. Pay your tax. That is the 2026 update. So type of tax here is 1, company income tax. The rate is usually 0%, and the threshold is a business whose turnover is less than 50 million naira. So it is for small companies. So here you don't pay tax. The rate is 0% if your turnover is less than 50 million naira. We have another types of tax, company income tax. The rate here is 25%. Here, the threshold is that any business whose turnover is more than 50 million naira, the tax rate is placed at 25%. Another type of tax is value-added tax, which is VAT. The rate is 7.5%. It is mandatory if your turnover is more than 50 million naira. We have developmental levy, whose rate ranges between 2 to 4%. It is replaced educational tax. So this tax is used to replace the educational tax. So penalty for non-compliance is fine, starting from 50,000 naira and a potential imprisonment for false declaration. So the penalty here for company who fail to pay tax is ranges at 50,000 naira and a potential imprisonment for false declaration. So always pay your tax. Now let us look at other mandatory uh, compliance. So beyond tax, other statutory requirements include CAC annual return. So you file every year to keep your statute active. So here you return tax annually to Corporate Affairs Commission, as we have stated previously, to keep your business active. We have industrial training fund, which is 1% of your payroll if you have at least 5 employees. So you have to pay industrial training fund tax, 1% of your payroll if you have at least 5 employees. We have SILTF tax, which is 1% of your monthly payroll for employees compensation. Now we have pension, which is PENCOM, mandatory if you have 3 and above employees. That is, employer will pay 10%, while the employee will pay 8%. Now we have the sector specific include NAFDAC, that control food and drug, SUMAL, which is a special unit for anti-laundering, which is for real estate businesses and hotels. Yes. So non-compliance is equals to frozen of account as well as legal action. So when you fail to comply, your corporate account will be frozen and legal action will be taken against you. Now let us look at opening a corporate bank account, which separates business from personal account. Why is it critical? One, it ensures transparency and credibility. Number two, it is easier for taxation and auditing. Then number three, it gives you access to loan. The requirement for account opening include: one, the requirement is your CAC document, that is your certificate for big company, memorandum of association and article of association, which is MEMAT. Then number two requirement is your tax identification number verification. Then your SCUMA, that is a special unit against money laundering registration, if applicable, that is for real estate business. Then your ID card and BVN of directors is needed. Then board resolution meeting, that's the meeting for board resolution, is required. Then the proof of business address is also required for corporate bank account opening. So these are the requirements you present to the bank before they will open a corporate bank account for you. Now let us look at international trade laws. That is law that guide business across various jurisdictions. The comparative overview. Region Nigeria. In Nigeria, the key regulators include Corporate Affairs Commission, Federal Inland Revenue Services, and NAFDAC. So their key functions include, their key features include emerging market regulation. So they regulate the market of Nigerian business activities. Then in US, we have the key regulator includes state level Internal Revenue Services, FTC. So the key features is federal state dual system. So here it is being regulated by both federal and state government. Then in Canada, the key regulator includes CRA and Competition Bureau. Their key feature is dual federal and provincial incorporation. So both federal government and provincial level regulate business activity. Then in UK, the key regulators include company houses, HMRC. So their key feature is centralized corporate registrar. So it is centralized, that is, it is being done by federal government alone. Then in Australia, we have key regulators like ASIC, ATO, and ACCC. So their key feature is national unification system. So the system of regulation is the same all over Australia. Then in European Union, the key regulator is European Union Commission. Their key feature is single internal market, and GDPR. So the core principles are similar, but enforcement and structures differs. So having known that, let us look at choosing a legal structure. That is, you are choosing the structure that fits your business. So we have the sole proprietorship, partnership, or company. Now, the structure one is sole proprietorship. The liability is unlimited. That is, you risk your personal property. The key feature is it is easy to set up and you have full control. Number two is partnership, whose liability is unlimited usually, but key feature is share management and profit. You share your management and profit. Number three structure is limited liability company, whose liability is limited. Is separate legal entity, that is corporate veil. Then number four structure is public limited company, whose liability is also limited and it can sell share to the general public. The limited statute protects your business assets. So having known that, let us look at the power of contact, the contract, which is your Bible, your business Bible for relationship. A contract is a legal binding agreement. Without one, you have no remedy if things go wrong. So essential contract must have a shareholders agreement, that is who owns what. It must have non-disclosure agreement, NDA, that protect trade secrets. It must also have service level agreement, which define quality of work. It must also have empowerment contract, which ensure the company owns the intellectual property created. Always include arbitration clause to settle dispute privately and quickly. Now, intellectual property protection, how you can safeguard them. Safeguarding your own idea. Number one, how you can safeguard them is your trademark. So protect your brand name, logo, and slogan. Number two is copyright. Protect your literary, musical, and software work. The patent rights protect your invention, which usually lasts for 20 years. Then we also have trade secret, like the Coca-Cola formula, protected by NDA. In Nigeria, register with the trademark, patent, and designs registry. Now let us look at international IP comparison, that is protecting IP across borders. Thanks to international treaties like Paris Convention, Bonn Convention, you can seek protection globally. In Nigeria, the key focus in 2026 is automating trademark journals to stop squatting. US, key focus is crack down on fraudulent trademark filing. In UK, it focus on green patents. Then in Europe, unitary patent system for 17th nation. So use the Madrid system for international trademark registration. Now, legal risk management, proactive protection for your business. To build a legal structure, a legal secured enterprise, you have to choose the right legal structure, draft comprehensive written contract, register your intellectual property early, then maintain compliance with regulator, then seek professional legal advice when in doubt. Compliance is not a burden, but it is a strategic advantage. In conclusion, the foundation for growth, mastering business registration and legal framework is not just a legal necessity. It is a strategic tool for success. By understanding and adhering to this rule, you mitigate risk, you enhance credibility, you attract investors, you build a sustainable business ready for local and global markets. Final thought, legal awareness is the foundation for innovation and long-term sustainability. Thank you and God bless you.